Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy and welcome back to another episode of the second reproduction. So, this should be the last episode of Lizette's Good Road. So, yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe, that would mean the whole world to me, and after this video, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below as well, because that lets me know that you want to see more from me. Alright, let's get in. That's the 35th time you've done that. Done what? Stared outside and sighed. Of course I want to sigh. The fate of the world is being decided and we're locked up in this huge castle. So you're not worried about Gardas? There you go again. But I suppose you're right. I'm worried about Gardas as a friend. He's standing on the front line, fighting like a mere soldier. He's nothing like most kings. I looked towards the south, and as I said that, the sky over Glades was already dyed a sinister color. It should have been a night sky, but instead, the great fires below were turning it a deep crimson. I'm a champion, a hero sworn to protect people. I can't just sit here and watch. Princess? I'm leaving the room for a bit. What for? I'm a bit hungry, so I'm going to get something. I see, then you won't need your sword, will you? But to be honest, well, I feel a bit hungry too, and thirsty. You know what? I feel like drinking some wine at Glades right now. You mean? Shall we go have a drink? Yes, we should. And we snickered together, like mischievous children. Then we quickly prepared ourselves and headed for the spectacular bonfire of Glades. The sky was dyed a dark vermilion, creating an ominous atmosphere utterly different to the usual sunset. I bit my lower lip watching the sky above as we galloped along to Glades. Our surroundings were dim as if swallowed up by a curtain of darkness. The only light came from the southern sky, which shone brightly as if on fire. A while had passed since we'd first heard the ground rumble with war, so by now it should be clear which side was winning. I really wasn't expecting that. I gripped the reins tighter and raised my voice, allowing Lizette to hear me better. I was sure you wouldn't let me go. Gardas is an important friend of mine as well. I don't want him to die. Anyway, you probably wouldn't listen if I tried to stop you, would you? So rather than letting you go on your own, it's better if I just come with you. Huh, how clever. Princess! We can get to the shore through this road. Okay. I charged straight down the road, urging the horse to go as fast as it could. Once we went down a slight slope, the scene before us suddenly came into view. What are you? Gardas! I'm so glad you're alright! Right in front of us was Deathride's battlefield headquarters. Gardas was so shocked to see me that he fell into his chair, unsure what to do. As he slowly stood back up, I suddenly recognized some of the men sat beside him. I haven't seen you in a while, Your Majesty, the King of Roland, or you, Chancellor. Oh, my, if it isn't our very own Goddess of Victory. Oh, no, she's our Goddess of Fortune. Isn't the battle already reaching its conclusion? Its conclusion? Yes, we've gained the upper hand just after the battle started, and we've successfully maintained it all the way through. With our 3 kingdoms combined, the enemy doesn't stand a chance. So that means, right now, the Alliance army has retreated for now, and is observing our movements. I wouldn't be surprised if they started proposing peace talk in all honesty. I see. You know, going against one of my orders has serious consequences. We didn't come as guests, we came as your friends, so the order doesn't apply to us anymore.
Are you sure you both understand what's going on here? We're fighting your homeland. It's not going to be easy for you.
I know that. I'd be lying to say that such a concept doesn't upset me, but I've already decided to share your fate. For the sake of humanity, too, this isn't the time to worry about fighting my old kingdom, don't you agree? If we want to create a future where humans and demons can coexist, we have to keep surging forwards. If I, a champion, were to appear on the battlefield, then maybe my mother and her soldiers would understand our message.
But... My lord, Helmanin has proposed a negotiation. Here we go. However... What is it? Say it quickly. Yes, my lord. Queen Hilaris agreed to hold a negotiation under one condition, that we release the hostage Princess Christina. What? How odd.
What do you mean?
The Queen knows you naturally became Lord Gardas' consort. We discussed it in secret when she last visited my kingdom.
How did she find out about that?
She talked about a spy. She probably got most of her information from there. So, Hilaris must be planning on holding Christina hostage herself. Does she seriously think such a shallow tactic would work? She must underestimate me. Tell the Queen I'll release the princess at the time and place of our negotiation, okay? I doubt the other side wants to drag this battle out any longer. Even if they're unwilling to accept my answer, they'll still have no choice but to comply. Yes, my lord. Is something wrong?
Mother has a terrifying amount of pride, so I can't help but worry about this. It's not like her to propose a negotiation that easily. I'm worried she's got something else up her sleeves.
Gardas, I'll go too. Indeed, that would definitely make things more difficult for her. But I think it'd be better if you came in later to catch her off guard. So you know about that? I don't. I just know there's a childish ruler on that ship manipulating her people. Thank you, Gardas. I'm so glad to have a friend like you. There's no need to thank me, but if you were to insist, then come back to Deathride with me in one piece. That would be the biggest thanks you could give me. Anyway, Chris, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Then let's go, my dear friends. Okay.
Christina, I haven't seen you in such a long time. Your safety relieves me more than anything. Mother! I was shocked. Mother had brought barely any soldiers with her to the shore. Regardless of our intentions, she was still in enemy territory, having so few bodyguards put her at tremendous risk. Is she going to use her power?
It certainly has been a while, Your Highness.
As if to confirm my theory, Hilaris rose her eyebrows and stared at Lizette. Mother was very wise. She must have known the meaning of his presence the moment he spoke up. As she looked over to me, the hostility in my eyes became obvious. She knew my memories had returned. I'm in a worse position than I thought.
Isn't it a bit early for you to give up, my childish Queen Hilaris? I would have thought cutting the strings of your puppets would send you into a fit.
Do you enjoy pointless chatter? I can't truly resist against people who know of my powers, can I? Mother! Why did you do something like that?
Why? Why, you ask?
Isn't it obvious? If Deathrite falls, I'll be the queen of the whole world! So you made me kill the people of Crofts just for that? You have to break a few eggs to make an omelet, my dear. Isn't Crofts a small price to pay for the destruction of the demon race? No, Mother, you're wrong! The evil in this world doesn't come from the demons, but from those who commit terrible actions. That's why everyone keeps fighting. Even if you unite the whole world, there won't be any peace. As long as people like that exist, people will die. Mother, you can still turn back. You can still redeem your sins against the countless lives you took by guiding humanity onto the right path. Are you going to forgive me? I used you for my own means and abandoned you, in case you forgot. I'd be lying if I said I didn't hate you, but a chaotic world like this needs a strong queen to lead it. That's my wish, as a daughter who still loves her mother. Chris. Please, Mother, join hands with Gardas and lead us into a peaceful world. You really are a kind child. After everything I've done to you, you still want me to live. I've made a terrible mistake. Mother! Chris, please, let me hug you just once. It won't change the way I treated you, but it would be a kind farewell gift from your mother. My mother, who'd never spoken like a parent before, who'd always been so cold and ruthless, was actually accepting my words and even asking for a hug. I don't trust it! Tears filled my eyes and my hands trembled with sheer joy. Of course, Mother. Overcome with emotion, I nodded my head and ran into my mother's arms. She held me and gently whispered into my ear, "Oh, Chris, you're such a useless child." What? From the corner of my eye, I saw Hilaris gripping a silver blade above me. Without hesitation for even a moment, she swung it down straight for my back. Mother! But the one who fell wasn't me. The woman lying in a pool of blood was the very person who'd brandished her blade against me, my own mother. There was a cut on my cheek, and as I raised my hand to touch it, I called out someone's name with a trembling voice. Lizette! I won't let you have your way with the princess anymore. Are you all right, princess? Her hand. Hand? I looked down at the silver blade clutched in her hand and whispered, Mother tutored me in swordsmanship herself, so I know for sure she's left-handed. But Mother drew that blade with her right hand, knowing full well that you were right behind her. Princess. Lizette! I'm here. I'm right here, princess. I'll always be beside you, so please, cry as much as you want. I couldn't hold it in any longer. After Lizette guided me into his arms, I cried and cried, burying my tear-stained face into his broad chest. You idiot, I'm not crying! I haven't the right to cry. I didn't do a thing. My eyes just got a bit of sand in them, that's all. So I needed to borrow your chest. Yes, of course. Amidst the sound of the waves, I could hear the songs of the gap. It was playing a requiem, a song of endless forgiveness. And just like that, my second reproduction finally became a thing of the past. Hurry up, Lizette! It'll be dark before you even get here at this rate. Your Highness, you really haven't changed since you became queen. Don't tell me you're tired out just from climbing the stairs. Of course not. It's just that we haven't had a holiday for a while, so I think we should be taking things at a slower pace.
You might reach the faraway land of Roland at the speed you're going, Your Majesty.
Don't be so weak. Come on! Just a little bit further.
Fine. I'll do my best, Your Majesty.
Hey, didn't I tell you not to call me that when we're alone? That's right. Lizette doesn't call me Princess now, but Your Majesty. After the war ended, my elder sister Fianna was expected to become Queen of Almanin, but she refused, saying that there was a far more suitable person for the job. And so, I became the queen, and I work day and night to govern this chaotic world. But still, it's been 3 whole years since then. Time's just flown by, hasn't it?
It really has.
I finally reached the peak as I said that, and gazed down at the vast green land below me. The island of Crofts was scorched earth 3 years ago, but now the grass and the trees were slowly growing back. It was finally reclaiming its beauty. But that didn't mean the sins I'd carved upon it would ever vanish.
Gardas is probably crying out of loneliness by now.
Indeed, but we haven't had time to visit him recently. We last saw him at that Alliance meeting a while ago, didn't we? The current world was learning from the Queen of Darkness's era. Deathride, Gerard, and Almanin had formed a 3-kingdom alliance, and we'd signed a friendly treaty with the Kingdom of Roland across the sea. In order to protect the demon race from harm ever again, information had been spread to correct people's misconceptions of them, as well as explain the necessity for their existence across towns and villages around the world. Protection agencies had been set up too, just in case. While there were still some scars remaining, the world was slowly heading towards a kinder path. Lizette! Under the soothing afternoon sunlight, I squinted up at the large stone monument I erected. My sins will never disappear, and even through death, I'd never be able to atone them. So instead, I've decided to live a life that'll make those who lost their lives proud. I can't apologize to everyone in heaven if I can't bring true peace to this world. It might be dangerous, but you'll walk alongside me, won't you, Lizette?
Haha, have you forgotten already? No matter where you go, I, Lizette, will always be by your side.
Of course I hadn't forgotten.
Yes, my queen, for now.
You've chickened out.
What do you mean?
Listen up! If I hear you whisper in a voice like that to another woman, I won't let you off easily.
Why don't you have faith in me, Your Majesty? Haven't I obeyed every single order you gave me?
All except one.
Huh? What was that?
I giggled quietly, watching Lizette tilt his head in confusion. It's fine. You can make up for it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. What orders do you want to give me, Your Majesty?
Well, I want you to say something so lovey-dovey, you'll die if you said it in front of anyone else.
Huh. I love you, Christina.
But you can say that in front of other people.
I'll tell you the rest tonight.
You're such an indecent knight, you know.
Haha, I've got you mad again today. Well, shall we go, Christina?
Yes, let's. No matter how many hardships I face, so long as I have his hand in mine, I'll surely be able to overcome it. So that's why. I love you, my knight. I'll continue to walk forward with your hand in mine, always. That ending was so sweet. Like, I could not imagine a better ending for these two. If you want to read this, please pause it and read it. Aww. That was really cute. I'm so glad that they had such a good ending. Like, I know this is the good ending and everything, but it's such a good ending. Not saying that their relationship was like fully, like non-problematic or non-toxic, because it definitely was in the beginning. But the ending, like, oh, it was so cute. And yeah, I don't know. I'm gushing about this because that was really cute. I mean, it wasn't as good as with Gardas. I really liked his endings, like a lot. This is kind of lackluster compared to that, but either way, it was still pretty good. And I'm just glad that they were able to actually like fall in love and be happy. Now I'm scared for the bad ending. I'm kind of excited because I'm pretty sure that the bad ending is gonna be like even more interesting than this ending was. But yeah, I'm still kind of scared. Gardas, the bad ending for Gardas was really intense, and his good ending was pretty intense too. So this ending being kind of like, I don't know. The bad ending might not be so bad, but because they're so close and have been so close for so long, it might be really emotional. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. Alright, but that is it for Lizette's good ending. So the next time that I record this, it's going to be his bad ending. So I hope you look forward to that. So if you haven't already, subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you get notified every time that I upload. That would mean the world to me. And if you liked this, please give it a big thumbs up down below as well. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!